In this video, I'll be comparing an authentic Ty New Face Magenta Teddy against a couple of counterfeit New Face Magenta Teddies. On the right-hand side is the authentic New Face Magenta Teddy, and he is a really pretty magenta color. He's got a really nice shine to it, and the facial features are of the typical New Face Teddies that Ty has produced, where you have the chubby cheeks and the V that comes down on the nose. The two counterfeits on the left-hand side are a totally different color than the magenta. They're almost like a purple color. And there are two different colors that I have here. One is a little bit darker purple. He's the one in the middle. And the one on the outside is a lighter color. And just right off the bat, you can see some differences in the facial features. The counterfeit on the outside, his eyes are really recessed back into his face. And the one in the middle has got the eyes are closer together and they're kind of bugging out a little bit, and they got kind of a bubbleness to them. They're protruding out from the fabric a lot more. The other thing is the color of the ribbons. The original New Face Magenta has a very, very light pink skinny ribbon that is satin on both sides, very shiny on both sides of the ribbon. The counterfeits almost look like they're a white ribbon, but they're very, very light pink. And one side of the ribbon is satin, and the other is kind of a dull. And both ribbons are the same. Plus, these ribbons are wider than the original Ty ribbon from the New Face. And if I just show a comparison here, you can see a slight difference in color as well as the width of the ribbons. So, two really big things right off the bat are just the colors and the ribbons, and then also, of course, the facial features. The other things are the swing tags. The swing tags that came on the New Face Teddies are either a second gen or a third gen swing tag. This particular magenta came with the second gen. His swing tag looks slightly faded, but on the inside, it'll have the name of Teddy and a style number. Interesting thing about the Teddy tags that came out on the 5 New Face color Teddies are the style numbers really represent a specific color. However, the factory workers, when they were tagging up these 5 New Face color Teddies, didn't realize that the style number pertained to a particular color. They were just going by the name Teddy, and so what happened is they were just taking the Teddy tags and they were re-tagging or they were just tagging up all the colored Teddies. So you will see that there are a lot of these colored Teddies that have mismatched swing tags out here with different style numbers. And that is accepted onto the marketplace because it happened at the factory. The tag on the counterfeits, there's several things that are really, you can see right off the bat why they're counterfeit. The font is way off, the spacing is off, the size, the hole punch alone is way close to the edge up here. You can see just a little bit of slight dye coming through, and right through the hole where the front of the tag, the red from the front of the tag bled through the holes there. And the other big thing right away I see is over here on the left-hand side where it says Ty UK Ltd, and you see Ltd in all caps. Well, the counterfeits came out with capital Ltd spelled out like that. However, the originals did not have them in all caps. Only the L was capitalized, and then the T and the D were in lowercase characters. So that's a pretty big telltale sign right away that your tag is counterfeit. On the back of the tag, it's a typical second gen. When I compare it against the original, you really don't see much difference other than, you know, the UPC code style, UPC code style number underneath it, as well as the counterfeit. The printing is almost coming off the edge here. Now, when I take a look at the other counterfeit tag, you can definitely see that there's some difference. Even the color print, even the spacing is different than the original. The hole punch is slightly off as well. And you see here's the capital LTD on that. And this particular tag, or these two counterfeit tags, also the style number was 4056, and that is a magenta style number. whereas on the original, this one was tagged with a style number of 4051, which is a New Face Teal style number. The other thing is on the original tush tags for New Face Color Teddies, they came with a 1993 copyright date, and this tush tag on this teddy is very worn back, but you can still see that it says 1993, and on the back it's also worn as well. On the counterfeits, sometimes you'll see different copyright dates. This particular counterfeit has a 1993 copyright date. I do see some punctuation differences on the counterfeit here. After the word Ty ink, it has 2 periods. The originals, authentics, came with a period, comma. And let's see what this other counterfeit. This has a 1993 copyright date, but it only has 1 period after the Ty ink here. It doesn't even have a comma. And this tush tag looks like it's a little bit wider, and the print looks darker. So just to recap on these guys, the actual color of the magenta is a much more lighter color, prettier color. And when you see the counterfeits, you notice right away the color differentiation, the features on the face. The ribbons is a lighter color ribbon. Sometimes you'll see the magenta teddies coming with even way different color versions. And you'll see that a lot of times the counterfeits come with satin on one side and dull on the other side, whereas the original ribbons came with a skinny ribbon with a satin shiny look on both sides of the ribbon. The swing tags, you can notice that the punctuation, the spacing, the size, sometimes the print, and then you can also look to see if there's dye coming through by the holes, see where the hole punches are. And then the original New Face Color Teddies only came with a black and white tush tag with a copyright date of 1993. Keep in mind that the tush tags on counterfeits could come with a 93, but there's so many other things that you notice on the counterfeits, as well as maybe there's a different copyright date, could be 1995, could come with a red and white tush tag, many things to look for on the counterfeits.